not cursing.
You're gonna be just fine. I
I'm
trust you.
alright, bro.
The audience trusts you. I
The
trust
audience
you.
is my people. You know what I'm saying? I was about to say my N word, but it's my people.
I was gonna say you can't say that either.
I know,
Yeah, no,
bro.
we gotta just a little bit longer, and you will be just fine. We're gonna get the hang of it.
Cool,
we're gonna get the hang of
cool.
it. You know,
100% cool.
We're trying to protect the asset, audience. We're trying to protect
the YouTube
everything. Channel and these videos for future usage.
Just use the A word.
When we get everything situated and YouTube starts, paying us, the money bags, we don't want to interrupt the money bags with unnecessary verbiage in the beginning of these episodes, that would cost us said money bags. That's not even why we're here, though. We're not here.
I think we're ready. We got a minute. We got a whole minute.
We've done a lot of work with no money bags involved.
I'm not gonna curse in the intro, bro. I'm not gonna curse.
So as you can see, or you can hear. Well, the people here don't care; they can't see. But shout out to all my YouTube watchers and viewers, whatever they call you. Regular.
Whatever they call you, whatever you're called, people.
Whatever you're called, YouTubers.
You people listening and watching at the same time.
I'm not in my regular space right now. I'm on a work trip, so Dean is gonna give us the intro, and whenever you're ready, my boy, you can start.
All right.
Almost 2 minutes in.
Hey, look at Doggy Fried Chicken. It's about Crispin in la casa. We got Johnny B. The Bonanza, the Clippers is crazy. Si te quiere poner lindo, coge para allá. He'll get you right. We got fucking Macky down here. That's my man. He's always goated. You know what I'm saying? He does the intro. I took over today. He corny because of his fucking.
Yeah.
We got freaking Shawny, Platinum Shawny, with the tank top. Never missing with the tank top. I'm telling you, never. Tank top.
Never.
This is Paradise Podcast. What it is, baby? What's up? What up? We here. What's up? Give me my clap. Give me my
I don't have the drops. I don't have the
No,
yeah.
Welcome to episode 73.
I didn't know the episode number. My bad.
It's okay. That's why I said it. Welcome to episode 73.
73.
What's up, Paradi?
73. Awesome.
Next time I have to do the intro, I'm gonna have an intro ready for y'all. This was just improvised. Right?
Word.
Cool.
It's okay. I think the improvisation, perfect, on point.
I had to come to me.
And our ears are safer right now.
Yes. Like I can hear everything is, coherent.
Feel me?
The audience didn't have to turn their car radio off.
Mackie's neighbors got a night off for once.
Yeah, they got a lovely Monday evening with no shouting. Must be nice.
There's only so much space on my dick right now. Okay.
Oh man!
Look
at him. He's acting all bougie because he's over there in Singapore.
Wow! Look how much money you got. Look at you. You got money.
He's like taking them work trips to Singapore. This guy want to act bougie.
See how crazy it is. I'll bring my laptop on my wardrobe. This man just said, "I'll bring my iPad."
My laptop is here, bro.
He said, "I'm flying Air Singapore. It's gotta be. I gotta travel light.
Crazy.
Get off me.
What's the topic? What's the topic of the day, John? What we talking about, boy?
So I know for a fact this happens to me because I'm a little bitch. But I know for a fact this happens to everybody more than they'd like to admit.
Yes,
but
sir.
you ever find yourself watching, an anime, you've been invested for a little while, you're falling in love with these characters, and then out of nowhere, bam, they hit you with some shit, punch you right in the feelings.
Mm-hmm.
They start chopping onions in your living room unprovoked, just chopping away, and you find yourself a little heartbroken, and maybe, just maybe, a single tear might roll down the side of your face, or you might be like me and you might just be holding your chest, just crying. Just you might be yeah, just like that, high pitched and everything, squealing. You might be feeling the death of a character. You might be feeling a whole bunch of fucked up shit might be happening. So I know that I have found myself caught up over a few scenes in some animes that I've watched. Have you guys ever had a moment where you were just completely in your feelings over a particular anime? And if so, what moment during that anime was the one that did it for you? And if you can explain
Who
why.
we starting with? You want me to start?
Do you have a story, Crispin? You sound like you want to share.
I have a couple, bro.
Please share.
But we're gonna start here. I'm gonna start in Haikyuu season 3, right? So I'm watching this game go by, bro. This is one game, Haikyuu season 3, to get to the national games, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy is killing them, bro. Nobody could block my man. They're killing him, bro.
Is this the volleyball one?
Yes. Spoiler alert. He going crazy. The libero can't pick up the ball. His serves are crazy. Everything going crazy. We getting to it.
Spoiler alert for
we getting to it. Everybody boom boom. This guy with the glasses, right? Middle dude with the glasses. Tsukishima. The glasses. Right? He when he was from the first season all the way to the third, he's like, yo, volleyball is just a game, bro. It's not that serious. Forget about it, bro. I'm never gonna be like excited, like jumping and crying and all that shit. I just blocked him, whatever, bro. It's just part of the game, bro. It comes to a point that this guy's just touching the ball, one touch. He's blocking like he's just touching the ball, like to everybody. The setter on the other team is getting super frustrated, bro. And we're like, yo, we gotta block this man, because if you don't block this man, we're not gonna win this game, bro. We need to block this man, bro. Bro, the setter gets so annoyed that he rushes a set, and this nigga with the glasses sees it. He's like, boom. And you know in anime, when they over-exaggerate something?
The moment it slows down.
Bro, it's the slow motion, and you, like, they have the face, like, the camera's to his face, right? And in his glasses, you can see the ball going like that, like super slow. and you're like, yo, it's about to go crazy. And you see this man, like, he goes out for the block, but there's like a hole right here that the guy who sees, the guy he's about to hit, and my man just goes, hang. Bro, he blocked this shit. He goes down like this, and out of nowhere, in his head is like, yo, volleyball's just a game. Like, you know, the overlay of the voice, like, volleyball's just a game.
The flash
is not that serious. It's not that serious. And then this nigga just goes, ah! Bro. Nigga. Bro.
No,
I was crying.
That was hard. I remember that.
I was like,
that was mad hard.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, I was crying, bro. That was one. I have a whole couple of ones, but I'm gonna let somebody else talk, and then I'll come in.
Yeah, we'll cycle back. I want to hear another one. That one actually sounds like it's a pretty epic moment to just kind of YouTube.
It's
by
this
itself.
man right here. This man with the glasses right here. This guy right here. This guy.
Got you.
Yep.
That sounds like a hype ass moment. Who wants to share next?
Let Matt go.
Mine is from an anime that I don't really talk about too much. Everybody can hear me, right? I know I'm delayed a little bit.
We can hear you though.
So mine is from an anime that I don't really talk about too much, but I don't remember it word for word like Crispin did with Haikyuu, but Full Metal Alchemist.
Brotherhood or
I
the
think
original? The original.
But no, I never saw the original. So
so Brotherhood. Okay.
Yeah. So it was actually the story about Scar. I think what makes, because I can't remember word for word everything that happened or how emotional I was during that scene, because darker skinned people in the show and them showing the set that they showed towards him, and I feel like because again I can't remember, I'd rather talk about this. I feel like and we can like talk about this later on in the show. Every anime, if you want an anime to be great, sprinkle in a little bit of racism. It's gonna send it over the top. I promise you. Look at every anime that is one of the greatest animes. Naruto against the Uchiha. One Piece. Much more. Racism all around. My Hero. I mean, not My Hero. what's that? What did I say? Full Metal Alchemist. What's another one? Code Geass. Races no. So I think in order for me to get emotional to some of these emotional when someone does like they finally beat somebody, like when they beat somebody that we've been waiting for them to beat, like when Goku, I got emotional for that. But I feel like nothing hits harder racism in an anime and seeing how the person who was discriminated against fire. That's it for me.
I'm with him on that one. That's true.
Dope. I'm not familiar with Full Metal. I still haven't seen that yet. So that's another another moment I need to keep on my radar.
My opinion, you should take a break on One Piece and go watch Full Metal. You can bang it out in like a week or two. And
I
back.
wouldn't be mad at that either.
I need once I catch up on like the last like 2 or 3 episodes of Bleach that I'm missing. I'll be able to start something else for my morning time watch before work. I have enough time to watch like one episode of something before.
I just letting you know I'm an alchemist. You heard, guys?
Yeah,
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Shawny, did you want to go or you want to go last?
Oh yeah, so technically, yeah. I thought I was last. I don't know why you have to go.
No, I haven't gone, but you can go now, or you can go last if you want to.
No,
it doesn't matter.
So I have 3, but 2 of them I can mention it, but I can't go into detail because spoilers for people here.
AKA me.
No, not just you. So one of them, the One Piece one, is you. That happens. You'll eventually get to that point where you are now. That literally
just let me know, and I'll put the spoiler alert up on the screen for everybody.
Yeah, I can't go into it, but like it's a backstory of a certain character of where you are that really touched my soul. Like, okay, that shit really hurt. My hero recently this week just had an episode that I already saw in the manga. That's the Todoroki family and what they're currently going through. I think the anime really, really like knocked it out the park.
Yeah, I gotta catch up with my hero.
Yeah, I can't say it because
it's 2 weeks ago. No,
it was this week's list that just passed. It was really.
I seen that though, and I saw it in dub.
No, you haven't seen the one that I'm talking about. Okay, it's more. They go into more detail of that, which makes it even worse. The anime knocked out the park, but one that I can mention is Gurren Lagann, or I always say Gurren Lagann, but I don't know what's the proper way to say it. But I say Gurren Lagann. That was when Kamina died, and with Simon, because basically the premise was that like they were underground, and if you watch Gurren Lagann, you understand why they were underground. Like it was very important to survival, but they were underground, and their whole thing was they wanted to go to the surface, go to the surface. And Kamina was like that big brother Archie type character to Simon, and it was like they were just like hand in hand, brother. So you think seeing the story of how they eventually get out of underground, and you see them get their robot, and Kamina is like the hero of the story, hero, and then you get to episode 8. And they just kill him off. They kill him off and completely throw you for a loophole. And you really feel it because everybody in the group, when they got out, they all found, Kamina was just like that shining light. That was like the hope for them. So killing him off and making Simon become the main character and whatnot, that shit hit me because I think I watched Gurren Lagann on a flight, just banged it out. And it hit my soul because I was like, damn, dog, like, Kamina is just one of those likable characters. He's like an All Might, just not as buff. But like just his whole demeanor, like you just rooting for him to win. So for them to just make such a choice to kill him off and really hurt Simon, like Simon literally goes into like a whole depressive state. He can't fight, and they actually need to fight to survive in the world they're in. That one, I want to say, non-spoiler wise, hit me the hardest. Then there's Devilman Crybaby, but that's Devilman Crybaby is just a fucking Jesus Christ.
I don't know if I cried more than I cringed at Devilman Crybaby. It's definitely a great anime, but I was just like, whoa.
Well, it was Netflix, so you should know what you're getting into with Netflix.
There's a lot going on there. Huh?
No, it was too much. I couldn't finish it. It was too much.
Word. So I know that I've had a bunch, and like if we keep talking about it, I might think of some other instances, but I think the two instances that I remember the most feeling like the worst about were one of them is from an earlier season of My Hero, which is when whoa, what was that?
The girlfriend blowing her nose, I guess.
That's awesome.
That was an amazing sound effect.
Yeah, it scared everybody. Like, whoa. I thought somebody in Singapore was coming to get Mac.
Oh, here you go. Continue talking about whatever the fuck you talking about.
Don't be mad. You in Singapore, have a good time. So so it was from an earlier season of My Hero Academia, and it was the moment where All Might went to Midoriya's house so he could basically ask his mom to allow Deku to go back to school. It was after the school had gotten broken into and all that other stuff, and it got to a moment where like where All Might just completely got on his hands and knees and bowed before Deku's mom. It was just, like, I am so sorry that I allowed your son to be put in harm's way, and and it will never happen again. Like I want to be his teacher, and I want to protect everyone, and I want to protect him, and all these different things. Like, please trust me. And just that moment for Deku seeing like his fucking idol bowing to his mother like that, it was just kind of like overwhelming. And even his mom kind of understood that this was like a big deal, like it's like Superman, like dropping to his hands and knees, like, to like beg your mom, like
to grandma,
to please let me bring Crispin outside. We're just gonna go and fly around the world one time. Just please let me bring him outside. Like, I know he's got to eat dinner, but I want him to come with me. Like, it's just one of those things where it's just really impactful for Deku. And that moment where like they were all kind of sad, and Deku's definitely crying about it. I definitely got choked up. And then for me, while I do say that Robin's backstory is the worst, the one that actually made me like shed a tear was Chopper's backstory. And it happened when Chopper made the realization that he had poisoned the doctor rather than gave him, something that would help him. Yeah, like, and when he realized that the doctor just gladly like took it because it was, and I was just like, damn, like that is so fucking like traumatizing for Chopper. Right. So just like that whole experience for him, and just kind of being this monstrous reindeer fucking creature that everybody was scared of. His story definitely at that point had gotten to me the most. So those are the two I remember. I've definitely felt shitty watching plenty of.
I felt a little sad recently with an anime. I don't know if you guys have seen Kotaro Lives Alone.
No, but you recommended that one,
bro.
That's a Netflix one?
I am going to spoil you like a motherfucker right now. All right? So
this kid... Spoiler alert for Kotaro Lives Alone.
This kid, like, he moves into next door of this teenage dude. Well, not a teenage. He's like 20-something, right?
Young adult.
And the guy's looking at him, going through all these stuff by himself. He lives alone. He does everything by himself. He asks him for help. Oh, can you tell me where I shower? And they go to the public shower, they go together, whatever. It comes to the point that this guy just feels responsible for him, right? At this point, right? And in this episode, Kotaro goes to visit his grandma, like in the gravesite. So he goes, and on the gravesite, they're cleaning the gravesite or whatever, and the guy sees on the side of the gravestone that Kotoro's parents are dead, but Kotoro doesn't know, so he just stands there and covers it. And Kotoro's like, "Yo, can you move so I can clean it?" He's like, "Nah, I cleaned this spot already." And he tells him, "Yo, move so I can clean it." He's like, "I cleaned this spot already. Let's go so we could go and get dinner and stuff." So they leave, and in his head, he's like, "I cannot let this kid see that his parents are dead," and he's still waiting for his parents to come. That shit hit, bro. I was like, "Nigga, don't do that to me, son. Don't do that to me, bro." That shit, that shit.
Yeah, that's definitely a tearjerker. Wow, that sucks.
Like if you see the whole, it hits different once you see the whole thing.
Yeah, but that scene, moment, that will probably get to me too.
Yeah, that shit. I was like, bruh. Also, when my nigga Jiraiya died, bro, and Naruto found out, bro.
I will say that was a sad moment, and that's probably one of the sadder moments. And like if you ask majority of people, what is their saddest moment, or when would say when Jiraiya died, and that's someone that positively hates. This shit was very sad.
Is that I've seen this scene because I haven't watched Naruto. I've seen this scene.
And we spoiled this shit again.
I've been spoiled for like the entirety of Naruto. Like it doesn't.
But if you ever played the game, you've been spoiled.
I haven't, but I've seen a scene where there was like, I guess like a boy and his father were having like a conversation or whatever, and then like his father like has this big ass fucking like moment where he tells him some shit, and then he like closes the door and the kid starts crying to himself, like in the room. Like it was like something. I just remember that.
Yeah, but that's
and I saw that and I was just like, wow, that looked like it was real deep.
That's a different dad.
That sounds like Naruto talking to Boruto. I can't.
No, that is the White Fang talking to that little nigga.
What's his name?
Kakashi and his father.
I didn't want to say the name, so if he does watch it someday,
it's slow for that, man.
Yeah,
I feel like there should be a time limit on like spoilers. Like if something happened 10 years ago, spoiled.
See, but by your logic, you're gonna spoil One Piece from completely,
except for One Piece.
Not if you. I'm saying like if you are not watching it. If you're watching it currently, I'm not gonna spoil.
Oh, because you're not actively watching now, so it don't really matter.
But if you're not actively watching, nothing I should say. It's like you're not gonna watch it anyway. Sorry.
So let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you might have been watching anime with some friends? Like you guys might have actually all been together watching some anime, and a moment like that happens.
Yeah.
Have you felt like you weren't allowed to look sad in front of your friends? Like you tried to like.
I'm explaining to you.
Like you tried to.
I'm showing my chapter brother Alfredo. You know Alfredo, right?
Yeah.
You guys know Alfredo, right?
Yeah.
Me and Alfredo watching Naruto. Right? He's watching Naruto for the first time, so I'm watching it with him. I'm like, boom, boom, and at the beginning when they fight Sabusa and the other nigga with the mask, what's his name? Fuck, what's that nigga name? Shawny, help me out here.
It wasn't Zaku.
Zaku. Yeah. Zaku and Zabuza. When Zaku dies, bro, my nigga Alfredo starts crying, bro. I'm like, what the fuck you crying?
you crying? Why you crying, bro?
It's fine. He was like, oh. He looked out for him and look at him. Now he don't even care. I was like,
wait, are you talking about like in the beginning of Naruto?
Nigga, in the beginning.
Okay, yeah. No, but that was sad though. Like it was kind of.
That was sad. The first time I was like, damn, nigga, you treated that nigga like that. But it didn't jerk me. Like I understood. Like that shit was like, oh shit, this nigga don't give a fuck. This nigga gave his life, but he don't give a fuck. But Alfredo took that shit personal. He's like, yo, this nigga looking out for you. Shit. I was like, oh, snap. Like,
he felt it. He felt that shit. He felt the character, yeah.
Yeah, and then when the third died, he cried. Like we both were like, yo, this nigga got the third, yo, bro.
Man, he was the worst since.
No, he wasn't.
Let's
not get into that. Let's not get into that. We're not talking about.
Yeah, because I was about to rip this nigga real quick.
No, we're not getting into that.
Anybody else have an instance like that? Mac, you and your brothers ever been watching something, or you and maybe a friend or somebody was chilling in the crib and you had something on and everybody was like, "Yo, what you watching?" Like,
no, I don't think I've ever had like an experience where sorry, not Naruto. So I'm so sorry. I've never watched like an anime. We got to like the sad part where we were both in the room watching. I can't remember. I mean, I was watching like with Dean. Me and him were watching and that's like a sad. Well, the first season anyway was a sad, really good, but really sad. And then we got to the part where they find out why they're there, and that shit was kind of sad to see these kids realize that. Please, because I don't know if niggas have watched this.
The Promised Neverland.
Yeah,
never watched it. I don't think I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Nah, I don't think I'm getting to that anytime soon either.
Like 12 episodes first season, but anyway, they basically figure out like that where they are is where they're gonna die. You feel me? And I'm gonna go more than that, but like I don't think I've ever watched, like I may have watched an anime and then got and talk about it with like my brother when I found out about Robin's story and everything that was happened to her, and then I would be like, damn, this shit is really sad. And then we would be like talking. I don't think I've ever cried in front of anybody or anybody has cried in front of me while I was remember if that's happened.
Did you cry when Kuwabara went to Yusuke's funeral?
Yo, that shit was so that was what's crazy about that, and that's why Yu Yu Hakusho is the greatest anime ever. Episode, bro, or the second episode.
That was like the second episode. That was like the second episode. Yeah.
What the hell?
Why you got this old man started, yo?
Actually, that's actually another really, really good one, because I cried when Yusuke. It's crazy. Off the first episode, I'm already crying, but not because he died. His teacher reacted at his funeral. That shit had me crying. Teacher was just being a dick to him when he was in school, but he really cared about him. So when the other or I think it was the principal.
The teachers were dirtbags. It was the principal that was standing up for him.
The principal was like, shut that shit up.
He shut that shit down real quick.
Bro, I was like, damn, bro. Why none of my teachers?
I remember that. When I started watching it, I was like, yo, fuck these teachers, nigga. What
bro,
the fuck? And then
the teacher with the rat face.
Like, yo, I swear to God, nigga.
It was right there for Yusuke for sure. So yeah, like that. Oh my, I cried since.
I remember that.
Of course. And I rewatching it, I always like tear up because music, the sad music. They play the real sad music. But yeah,
that most.
I have another one.
Wait, I wanted to ask Shawny if he had any instances where he was watching anime in a group and a sad part has come on. Has that ever happened to you? Have you felt the need to hide your tears in front of friends?
Nah, I mean the thing is, since I move, a lot of anime I'm not able to watch with them unless it was like older ones. But like I would say one moment that we all equally admitted that really hit us, and at this point, if you're not caught up on Titan, I can't really say.
No, you're good. You're good. Spoiler alert for Attack on Titan anyway.
And at this point, bro, they've been pushing that shit back. You should have watched it by now. I don't give a fuck. When Sasha got killed on the blimp, that shit. Me and my homies were
the conversation that her sister had.
Yes,
with this girl, like afterwards, like the who's really to blame, my people or your people.
Yes,
we never hurt none of you. Like my sister didn't do that to you guys. Like
when they was at the diner. That's what you was talking about.
when she found out who the fuck she was, and they were having that argument outside the
crib with her parents. No, when she almost had the gun and shot her in the face.
And I think it was tough because of the fact that like she was kind of like the one. I mean, don't get me wrong. Titan is a show that you really can't. Unfortunately, you can't get attached to any character.
Game of Thrones of anime.
Like, they can kill them off at any point. But Sasha's death was just so left field, and even looking at it in hindsight, you can tell. I remember talking to my boys about it because we were just it fucked us up. I said, what's crazy is when you look at all the people on the ship, when you watch it back, you notice she didn't have a chest armor piece on where she got hit. She was the only one on the ship that was not protected there. And it's crazy because had she would have had that armor piece, she would have survived. But then as you watch, you realize that it leads to a bigger conversation.
I'm gonna debunk that for you, Shawny. With this thing only. That little girl, the annoying girl,
Gabby,
she's a hell of a shot, nigga. Cause she been shooting
Aaron's shit wide open,
bro. She shot the nigga that was going into the ship. She went, boop, that nigga was down. Got on that bitch. As soon as she walked in, that motherfucker, she won. When she was with Aaron, bro, and Aaron and this nigga was about to, she said, nah, nigga. Boom! In the head, nigga. Bro. She hit right here. Chop that shit off. Nah, she's a hell of a shot, bro.
Yeah, it's funny.
If she would have been covered here, she would have shot her here, bro.
It's funny because I literally get into debates with my boy about that even to this day because they argue, how the fuck does Gabby have such a nice shot? And I'm like, dog, you got to remember, like, she's a candidate for the Warrior program. She's been training with the shot. So, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie. The first shot that she took when she was sliding and she popped my man off on the random.
So what I will say, NPC. What I will say about that is that I think more so that not been, like how people can seem amazing if you. I think it was like that. Like they didn't think that she had all those skills because she's like what? So they're not probably thinking in their head, oh, this girl's she's in a second. When in reality, you gotta make sure you got your guard up because I'm sure if they were taking her, there's no way. After she shot Gabby, they tackled her, beat her the fuck.
Well, after she shot Sasha.
Sasha, sorry. After she shot Sasha, she got beat the fuck up.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
There's a lot. Crispin, you wanted to share. I see you still munching, but you wanted to share another story before I had cut you off. I wanted Shawny to go before we moved on.
Yeah. It's gonna be on My Hero when Deku was fighting Muscular.
Oh, when he was trying to protect the little kid.
Yo, Deku was like, "Yo, I'm about to die, but I'm not gonna let this little nigga die. Like I'm gonna die, but this little nigga not dying,
bro." My Hero is full of these moments because I even got choked up when All Might like finished all of his power and was just like, "That's it, I'm checked out. It's your turn. It's you now."
Crispin, I need them to catch up, man. They don't understand.
No,
they really don't understand.
So on my way to where I'm at now, I was reading the manga trying to catch up. So I'm definitely trying. My Hero got mad moments. Another one is for me was when I mean, of course, it's a flashback, but when he found out that he wasn't gonna get a quirk, you seen how he looked mad sad.
Like, no.
Shit had me. No, even though we like, damn, bro. And it's crazy, right? It's crazy, okay? Listen. So there's something that I noticed, and this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But I just want to talk. The person who told Deku that he's not gonna get power is the person that works for All for One.
Oh yeah, that's just crazy.
I noticed that
not caught up.
Who's not caught up?
Banano.
Oh well. He don't know who I'm talking about.
I knew that they looked alike.
Mute him.
But
hey, wait. So if you're watching this season, it's anyway. Whatever.
I'm not. I watched the first episode of season 6 and then I put it down.
He literally said in the beginning that he's not caught up.
Yeah, I put it down.
You gotta send me one of those, bro. God,
because I definitely would have told you my saddest moment if that was the case.
No, just no more. No more.
Yo, mute him, John. You have the ability now.
Yeah, we do have the ability. There we go. Mute the Mac. He's like, all right.
I'll get the controls back one day.
Nah, he's fine. I unmuted him. He's okay. He's about to spill that Corona, bro. Them Coronas in Singapore are expensive, bro. You better
you see how different audience. If you're watching this live, do you see how different this nigga act when he's out?
There's
and about?
only so much space, my guys.
He would talk so much shit about me traveling for work. My man is out here drinking a nice fresh Corona.
So much space.
A $35 Corona, nigga.
You know damn well that shit not cheap.
Yo, drinking a Mexican beer in Asia, that's sick, bro. Drinking Asian beer, bro. Drinking Asian beer.
If they try to charge you for a taco, nigga, over there, that's $55, nigga.
Please, audience, please. I am in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'm not. Do not listen to these guys, please.
Mm-hmm, yeah, whatever. Sip on your non-imported.
He's out there writing a manga, bro. He's lying. He's in Singapore.
Singapore, bro.
Let's keep going.
Yo, don't
see the picture in the background. Look at the money, dog. Look at the money,
bro.
What is he
faucet back
talking about?
The police will come and get you, bro, if you litter. Do not throw anything on the floor in Singapore, bro. That's it.
What's next?
They give you tickets.
What's next?
That was the main topic for this particular episode.
I thought we had more to tap onto that.
John, if you want, I have a question that relates to it in a sense.
Go ahead.
What's your question?
So we've mentioned a lot of deaths in anime that make you emotional, but do you feel, and if you have an example, do you feel that there are deaths that are unnecessary for what they're trying to go for, but it just didn't really hit? And I can give an example. For example, again, if you're not caught up on Naruto, not sorry, but Neji dying in the war, that was completely unnecessary death.
Neji didn't need to die, and Guy needed to die.
Yes, I think Guy should have died. Would have been more impactful in the war.
This nigga saved Guy.
Like Neji was just, I think is there any anime you've seen that's just like a wasteful death? Like, yo, I see what you're trying to do, and it just flopped completely.
Nah, Neji was the only nigga that seen like that. I swear to God, Neji the only nigga that seen like that. Because Yamcha, when he died, I was happy.
I mean, the only death that ever felt significant like that, but I think at this point in the story that I'm at, needed to happen was Ace.
So I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side. I think that his death was
unnecessary.
I think his death was unnecessary. I think someone else, me and Crispin, we spoke about this before, and I think it would have been. I think it would have been more if Garp had died, and Ace was alive because time than Ace.
I mean, I think that there could have been a lot more story with the son of Goldie Roger, right? Like there could have been a lot more to that. Like there could have been some legacy or some type of thing that he could have changed in the future. But I just wonder, would they have went the route with Sabo that they did if he didn't die? Because that's kind of like the main way that Oda decides to reintroduce Sabo into the story is because of the fruit. So I feel like it's supposed to happen, but I didn't think he should have died.
I think if he wouldn't have died, the death is because I feel like he would be fighting, because a person who had to die was like Whitebeard. Whitebeard had to die for things to move forward.
Whitebeard made sense. That one made sense.
Made sense. But I think the reason why they Ace with Whitebeard dying is because people would expect the role of what his father was, and we all know that Luffy is the one that is the pirates.
All right, but what I would say on this is like I think me and Macky agreed on Ace didn't have to die and maybe Garp. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're having the conversation again, if Garp would have died, it would have been significant for Luffy. But Luffy didn't go there to save Garp. See what I'm saying? The reason it's significant because Luffy went there to save Ace, and he didn't
failed.
do it. So him not doing it, he understands that he's weak. He has to get stronger. See what I'm saying? Because his goal didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, that was such a really tense moment for Luffy's character. You never see his character like that.
It's that and Sabaody, nigga. Sabaody hit me, bro.
Ooh. Oh, actually, let me
hit me, baby.
Going back to
which one? When they first got there?
Yeah, when they got disbanded. Because when I got there, when I got to Sabaody, I was going week to week to Sabaody. So I see my man's niggas disappearing. I'm like, wait, whoa. What's going on? Where my niggas go?
Go on.
Bro, I'm like, oh, they're all dead. It's over. The show is over. I was like, it's over. Nah. I was like, yo. I was dying, bro. I was so nervous. And then the next week, I'm in fucking Philly. I'm like, don't play with me, bro.
They hit you with the Dragon Ball tsunami shit.
Nigga, don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Luffy is going to be a cop. A bullshit. But Shawny, I know you wanted to say something. Too. Go ahead,
John. Before I bring it up, real quick, so you mentioned Sabu. So have you seen him already? Where you are now?
I've gotten to, like where
the exchange,
where freaking everybody turns back into people, and Luffy has started fighting Doflamingo already. Okay. Sabo's in the underground. He has the fruit and everything. Okay. I saw all that stuff already.
So. My bad.
Oh, no. Ask your question.
So that was a moment that made me cry. Was when Luffy was reunited with Sabo.
Oh, really? I was just kind of happy. I mean, because it was spoiled for me. I guess maybe that's the reason why it wasn't a thing.
That hit me too.
I would say because even for me, I won't lie, like it was spoiled, but that was my own fault because I used to like listen to One Piece openings before I got to that part, and that opening is one of my favorite ones. I always saw Sabo when I was like, yo, like, because everybody, in my opinion, loved Ace. Like Ace was a lot of people's favorite characters, and I usually hate going for like I usually hate liking the character that everybody likes. So seeing Sabo was like that character I could like that's similar to Ace, but he's not Ace. So seeing him get reunited with Luffy and Luffy balling up, and I knew that he was going to be alive, but just seeing how Luffy is so emotional, and you think back to like everything they've been through, their backstory of how it came to be, and just like him finding out like, yo, like my brother, my Ace died, and now I have no brothers, but I just found out now that I have one of my childhood brothers who's alive, and he is the one I can only trust with the Dove Fruit. Nah, I cried. I fucking cried.
It is significant. I do agree with you. That definitely was a significant moment, and I think if I hadn't have been spoiled, I probably would have felt similar to the way you did. But since I was spoiled, I guess it didn't hold as much weight for me. I was kind of like waiting for it to happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
but
that shit hurt me.
At least just because we're not doing a One Piece review right now, but it was just the one thing that I said in passing after the last episode that Simada and I had watched was that I said to her, I said, well, it looks like Luffy is the only one of the three that became a genuine captain.
Yeah.
That is genuinely just the at the top of his particular ladder. So, like I mean, Ace was a captain until he decided to join Whitebeard's crew.
Yeah.
And then, Sabo pretended to be dead all this time, which I think is just a little fucked up.
No, he had amnesia. He didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they didn't get to that part yet for me.
My fault. I spoiled.
Which is okay. Which is okay. And it would make sense. Yeah, no, Mac is very happy that he's not the one that spoiled it.
At least that spoiler's not as bad as his.
No, it's same level.
It is same level. It is
same level.
There's only so much.
In the back of my mind, I was just like, it's kind of fucked up for you to like, not say shit to Ace or fucking, but to have amnesia and still remember your brotherhood with Ace and Luffy, like I don't know.
You'll see how he remembers.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not as bad a thing because there's a lot more to it.
All right, because I'm just like, what is he got? Selective amnesia? That's fucked up. He's got selective amnesia.
It's tough.
Another moment. But yeah,
so I'm gonna get to it, I guess, eventually. But we're not there just yet. Like everything is now starting to fall apart in Dressrosa, and then I'll have my thoughts and opinions after the arc is over. One Piece in general definitely tries its hardest to give you as many tearjerkers as it possibly can in every possible fucking arc. Like you felt bad in Fishman Island, for Orihime. That's not her name. What's
Orihime's from
Bleach. What was the queen's name? What the fuck was the queen's name? Her name is similar to that. That's why I
it might actually be Orihime. You never know.
Might be.
I think it is low key.
Ultahime. So you were very close.
I was not that far off. I was not that far. So I was not that far off. But like you felt sad during Fishman Island. You feel sad. Fucking all the shit with Kobe when Kobe breaks his heart and fucking Marineford when he's just having a fucking a meltdown. Like there's a lot. There's a whole lot.
Yo,
I thought you meant Kobe Bryant, R.I.P.
Kobe passing away. It was also sad, but that wasn't an anime. That was real life.
Yeah.
Wait, John. Quick question for you. Did you see backstory on Law yet?
No.
Dressrosa?
No, okay, they haven't showed it to us yet.
So then I would say that
Luffy.
Law's backstory was the one that I said that like really the backstory of him and people involved.
The exact episode that I'm at is when Doflamingo creates the birdcage.
Oh my god!
Damn, they didn't go back and they didn't show the backstory.
No, not yet.
It's coming up.
It's more forward.
Like he just started making the birdcage.
Gotcha.
It's like
so he gave out.
I didn't hear what you said.
Then never mind.
No, I did.
No, never mind.
Almost spoiled.
Never mind.
He almost spoiled.
Never mind.
He almost spoiled. He almost did 2
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you this.
His microphone saved him, man.
No, for sure. Wait, let me ask you this. Birdcage. Has he said anything since then? I know this is not a One Piece.
No,
I just want to know.
All he did was say that it was the birdcage. Doflamingo was like, I'm gonna have to use the birdcage, and then I saw like the preview for the next episode where it's just like he's gonna destroy the whole island, or he's gonna try to destroy the whole island.
Okay, yeah.
Now I'm gonna.
You about to find out some shit
after that? Yeah. So
this nigga's a fucking menace.
Yeah, so I haven't gotten to all of those flashbacks, but yeah, like One Piece is just riddled with that stuff. I will tell you that there was an instance, and I'll close it out with this story. If anybody else has any other stories to share, if not, I'll kind of close this out. But I do remember, like, not crying, definitely not crying, but kind of being in my feelings, just kind of like internally, like my thoughts and emotions. After finishing the Future Diary, that was an anime that I had recommended a while back when we wanted to do the live reactions. We were doing the live reaction stuff, and Future Diary is basically a story where there's I think it was like 9 or 10 people. Or 10 or 12 people or something like that that were selected by God, who's a character in this anime, to play a game where he gives all of them the ability to know the future in the form of text messaging. So they'll receive a text message about the events that are about to happen. so that they can try to play the game strategically. And the object of the game is to be the last person alive in the group.
Sounds like Platinum Man.
Whoever is the last person alive in God's death game will inherit God's power.
That's literally that's literally the same concept as Platinum End.
Cool. So you're probably on board with this concept.
Yes.
But the I guess maybe what makes this story a little unique is the fact that it's a love story. So this one is, it becomes a love story where
two of the players.
The main character is like this young teenage boy, and this teenage girl is just like completely in love with this kid, and she wants to protect him. She's in the game. She's a part of the game, but she wants to protect him, and she has no problem killing anybody. So she does a lot of the heavy lifting for majority of the anime. He's not really okay with the idea of like killing some of the other contestants. You know, everybody, they're people. They're just regular fucking people. They all have like stories and stuff like that. It's really interesting. Watch it. It's a one-off. It's only got like one season. You know, you finish it and it's done. But it was the interaction between the two main characters. It's the the boy and the girl whose names I just can't remember at the moment. But because of their relationship, there's a lot that happens towards the end of the story that explains a lot of the behavior and a lot of the events that kind of happen in the beginning of the story that are just like, yo, this bitch is nuts. like she's just on some other shit. But when you learn about like the truth behind the story, which I really don't want to spoil because I am hoping you guys do watch this.
What's the name of this?
It's called Future Diary. So when you get to the end of the story, I want to use like the word like perseverance, like of like the love that those two characters would eventually have was just kind of like, whoa. You know, it made me think a lot about how you might think someone's crazy for loving you. You know, like, oh, like what would you love about me? You know, like anybody that might be a little like subconscious or have doubt or be scared or not really confident in themselves. I spent a lot of my young life feeling like that, not confident in myself or feeling confused or, you know, like why would someone love me this hard? It just doesn't make any sense. So I've been in that position, and seeing that happen to those characters where like that character was just like, why do you love me so hard? You know, like just kind of like made me think about, you know, like my own relationship in a different way, where it was just like, you know, like instead of wondering why does this person love you so hard, just maybe accept the fact that they do. You know, like it was just those kinds of, so those themes and like the, you know, the way the story was told that just kind of like got me just thinking about my own relationship. And I was just like, you know, maybe it's not so crazy to, you know, to love somebody despite their craziness, even, you know, like just things like that. Like it was just thought provoking enough for me to like give it a lot of thought, you know. And then and I think this was probably one of the last animes that I had like watched completion before I had decided to propose to Simana. So it was just like one of those things where like I guess I hadn't like really felt comfortable enough with certain things, and then, you know, I felt better about it.
So I'm not watching this right now.
No, just because that was how I reacted to it doesn't mean that that's how you're gonna react.
Oh, you stupid!
So I'm not watching this.
Listen,
this thing is stupid.
Full disclaimer: and if anybody has watched this anime, they'll know that it's not that deep. It's not. It was just.
It got to be deep enough for you to be proposed. Shout out to your wife, though. She's the homie.
Yes,
but it got to be.
But no, because it's not even one of those kinds of stories where you're just like, wow, that was a happily ever after, or that was like great, beautiful, magical. No, it's not that happy of a story at all. It was just like the themes that
there were no boobs to deter you from thinking about the team, bro. That's the problem.
Man,
if there was boobs in that show, you would never propose. I promise you.
There was like boobs in like one scene.
Exactly. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
You need consistent titties. That's what you need. That's you.
Listen, we all know this, but why do we have to tell the audience so much intimate details about my viewing habits?
Oh shit! That's funny.
I think that's all the tearjerkers that we have.
That's a whole bunch too
for the day.
Yo, audience, if y'all have any in the comments, please drop it. Drop in the comments.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
Drop in the comments.
Yes.
I was wrong in the beginning of the four. I'm so sorry, guys.
You were what?
I was episode 74, not 73. 73 was last week. Well, goodbye from episode 74.
John, you need the soundboard so you can womp him for that, yo.
Oh my god.
You can womp me right now, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Goodness. Alrighty. So
you see when you play Nintendo and there's a start button that pauses the video?
Pause.
Facts.
So that audience that audience is all the time that we have for today. Thank you for kicking it with us and listening to four grown men talk about crying while watching cartoons. So we appreciate you listening to this conversation, but please leave a comment down below. Let us know some of your biggest anime tearjerker moments. Share some of those experiences with us. We would love to hear them. Share this video with friends and family who are interested in anime and video game topics, because that's what the fuck we talk about here on the Paradise Podcast. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're here watching us on YouTube. And if you are listening to us on Anchor, what? Oh, what? You want to be unmuted? You want to say something?
No, keep him muted.
Yo, you're supposed to be put in the thing. The stuff that lets us get you were saying
John, mute him. Host,
YouTube.
Please moderate.
I said YouTube. I'm going.
Tapping moderate button.
Follow us.
You need to subscribe.
I didn't finish.
Mute him, host. Mute him and continue wrapping up the episode. Thank you. Mute him.
Isn't it fun? We can't even say goodbye, audience. We want you to stick around even longer. We don't want to say goodbye. It's too hard. It's too hard to say goodbye. We just finished this whole episode crying. Why would you want to say goodbye? Well, listen. If you're watching this on YouTube, hang out for a while. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Relax, Mac. Relax.
Mute him.
If you are, because it says like, comment, and subscribe at the bottom of the screen. So obviously those are YouTube terminologies.
Yes.
If you are listening to us right now on Anchor, that's a unique podcast platform that does give you the option to donate to the podcast. Any amount you'd like, and we appreciate any amount you give. So don't be shy. You can donate to us, and we will return it to you guys in the form of better podcast. You can also follow Paradise everywhere. You can follow us everywhere because we are everywhere. We are on TikTok, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Discord also, where you can follow us there. There's a lot going on. There's additional content coming soon, and we're gonna be back here again next week with a brand new episode, more topic, more fun, hopefully no more tears. And that's it. We're outies. We're getting out of here. Mac is unmuted. He can say whatever the hell he wants. Let's see what he says. Is he gonna say anything, folks?
End this shit, nigga.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do that shit. He get. That's exactly how he gonna sound.
That's
Hey, bro.
There's only enough. There's only. There's only so much space.
They give tickets in Singapore for stuff like that. You gotta be.
You got this amount of space.
We're out of here, guys. We're out of here. We gotta go. We'll see you later. Have a great time. Bye.